guys, this is Joe Proulx, and welcome to Joe Proulx Music Reviews. So this review, I know this album came out, like earlier this year, I know, but I just wanted to talk about it because I've been watching the reviews of a man by the name of Onion Reviews. That's the name of his channel. His actual name is Jeremy, I believe. I'm going to put the link to his channel in the description of this video. Go check it out. He does music reviews as well, and I love his format. First of all, I think his format is really unique for doing his reviews. He sort of shows every listen that he takes. I think it's really cool. But also, he allows himself to sort of visit albums that have come out a while ago while they're still modern releases. He allows himself to go back and listen to these things. And while he does still keep up with some brand new stuff that's just come out, and also he allows himself to go and visit classic albums at random. And so I kind of want to take the way that he sort of goes back and allows himself to go and visit stuff that he hasn't got the chance to review yet, that was released in the past, and bring it to my channel, and the fact that I'm going to start doing that a lot more. I'm going to be reviewing some stuff that came out earlier this year, as well as stuff that's come out in previous years, like the last 5 years, or even some classic stuff if I want to get into that at some point. In this review, I'm going to be talking about, obviously, Tame Impala's new record titled Currents. Tame Impala is an Australian psychedelic rock and pop group, though in the studio they are the project of singer-songwriter, producer, multi-instrumentalist, and singer Kevin Parker. And this is their third full-length album. I am not a huge fan of Inner Speaker, their debut. Just not a huge fan. Sorry. But I do like myself some Lonerism. I have a vinyl copy of that record that I could show you, but I'm not going to. Coming off of Lonerism, which came out in 2012, and now finally in 2015 we're getting Currents, this third full-length album. I was excited to listen to this thing, though a lot of fans have not been a huge fan of this thing because of the fact that this, there's changes. Things are changing on this record. They are, there's more synthesizers. There's way more synthesizers on this thing. This is a way more synthetic, danceable album for Tame Impala. I don't know why you wouldn't be a fan of this change. Mostly because on Tame Impala's last record, Lonerism, the songwriting lends itself to poppier production. Honestly, tracks feels like we only go backwards, and Elephant, even though Elephant really is a rock song, still one of the more accessible songs that they've ever put out, or Kevin has ever put out, I should say. And, in songs like Why Won't They Talk to Me, songs like that, I mean, these are poppy songs, they just need, and I think that they would get, the songs would pop even more if they had just a poppier makeup, and I think that's what Kevin Parker is doing on this new record, though it's not completely poppy. Okay, there's some effects, great use of effects on here. The synthesizers have a ton of vibrance to them. It's not like he's just plunking away on a keyboard and just, whatever comes out on first try, he's just putting that on the record. It seems like he's really labored over these synthesizers, it just sounds really good. I can't deny it, and plus the bass sounds great still. The drums sound even better than on Lonerism, in my opinion. And, Kevin Parker's vocals, he still sounds like John Lennon, but, I've gotten past it. On this record, they're sounding even less like the Beatles Revolver cover band that they were on Inner Speaker. This record feels like their most definitive record. Like, this is what Tame Impala is all about, which is why I think this is the best record for people to jump on board on, because I feel like he's sort of going into the synthesizer direction Kevin Parker is with this record, and I think it's a good thing, and I think that it's, pulled a lot of new fans in, and I think that it's going to continue to do that if he continues down this road, especially with a lot of the popular tracks on this new full-length album over here. On the first couple listens, though this is, still a fairly sizable album, and it's not easy to take in on first listen. There are a lot of shorter tracks on here. There are a lot of changes compared to their last record, but there are tracks on here that did hit me hard on first listen. Definitely the first track that hit me on this record was the opening track on this record, the song Let It Happen. The lead single, I think, from this thing, the opener on here, fantastic track. It is like nearly 8 minutes long, and it is one of my favorite tracks of 2015. Just so many phases to this thing. It's super danceable. Love the back end of the track where these harmonized vocals come in and this awesome guitar riff comes in. Okay, it is bliss. It makes me want to dance in neon colored clothing. Okay, and I feel like there's some other songs on here, though this is definitely the standout track on this record. The song "Let It Happen," I should say, is the standout track on here. There are other fantastic tracks on here, like the track I was playing when this review started, the song "The Less I Know the Better." Very disco inspired groove on this track with an awesome bass line, and the lyrics are probably some of the best that Tame Impala has ever put out. I mean, they are just about love and stuff like that, love on the rocks and relationship troubles, but I feel like the lyrics are just the best that they've ever been on Tame Impala record. Though I do like a lot of the lyrics on Lonerism, this track is a bit of a standout. I just like it a lot. The other tracks on here that I like a lot, tracks like Nang's, one of the little interlude tracks on here, very good. Great chord progression on one of the other ones that pops up on this record. The song Disciples has a great chord progression, fantastic. The song The Moment, really 80s feel to this thing, has a great hook, super duper 80s. The track Yes I'm Changing, one of the two ballad moments on here. The other one being Cause I'm a Man, though I do like Cause I'm a Man a lot more. But Yes I'm Changing isn't bad, it just feels a little... I could just kind of... If it wasn't on this album, I wouldn't miss it. The track, Eventually, though, pretty epic track right in the front end to middle part of this record. Really has this album going strong into the little interlude track Gossip, which is probably the worst out of the three little interludes on here, and then going into the incredibly strong The Less I Know the Better. The track Past Life, probably my least favorite on here. It's just kind of a blah song, honestly. It's just... But the track Cause My Man comes in after Disciples, two of my more favorable tracks on here. The track Love/Paranoia is pretty good too. I do like the closer on here too, though I do not like the fact that it fades out of nowhere. And the track Reality Emotion isn't a bad track either. It's just not one of my favorites. It's just not a track I'm really loving. It's just kind of okay. But it's not a bad track at all. I would say nothing on here is particularly bad. I mean, the reason I don't like the Past Life is just because of this weird spoken word that really doesn't seem like it was thought through all that well. It just seems like kind of an afterthought on this record. It's the only track that I feel like, no effort was put into making this track sound good. But, other than the synthesizers, sounding pretty good on this track. I think that this record is incredibly enjoyable. It is a really fun little psychedelic pop record with tons of color, tons of great grooves, great production, fantastic production on this thing. It's just an album that I think for some people it's not going to work. It's just not going to be an album that works for some people. Maybe it's the vocals that you don't like. Maybe it's the fact that, it feels a little too showing its influences on its sleeve, and you don't like that it takes influences from a lot of popular bands from the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. If you're looking for that kind of sound in today's day and age, this is the closest you're going to get, and I think that Tame Impala does a great job on here. Good job, Kevin Parker. My score for this and my favorite and least favorite tracks on this record will be in the description. Go check it out if you want to. Again, go check out Onion Reviews. That'll be in the description. There'll be a link in the description to his channel. Go check him out. And also my lists. That's right, lists. My lists of my favorite songs of this year in no particular order, and my favorite albums of the year in no particular order are going to be in the description down there. So go check it out. Comment below. Tell me what your favorite records of 2015 were. I'm so excited for 2016. I'm sure there's going to be some awesome records coming out next year too. I mean, there's some great records that came out this year. Like, seriously, you guys gotta go check it out. Anyway, I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching so much. I love you guys. My name is Joe Proulx. This is Joker Music Reviews. And I am out.